An adolescent may hunger for a sense of power, especially if that youngster has few things in life: no money, little education, a broken family, and no cultural attachments to his community. Analysts say teenagers may find power and fear through a street gang, and that is why gangs are growing so rapidly in the United States.
They want to belong. They want to belong to an organization where they're respected, where they are feared, where there is an opportunity for advancement, for self-enrichment.
Robert Clifford is the director of the Ms13 National Gang Task Force at the Federal Bureau of Investigation, also known as the FBI. He says gangs are involved in a wide range of criminal activities that include robbery, drug dealing, extortion, and even murder. Often their communities and sometimes fellow gang members are the victims of their crimes. Gangs offer a sense of family or community. For a long time, tattooing was required to indicate membership and increase the sense of belonging. The distinctive tattoos made it easy to get into a gang, but very difficult to get out. Lately, gangs have evolved, and some members do not have tattoos or have them removed. The fact that the markings make gang members easily identifiable by law enforcement has made them change.
Some of the more sophisticated members of these gangs, you will not find tattoos. You will not find a lot of activity, street activity, because they know how to launder money, they know how to organize, they know how to instill discipline, they know how to remain outside the reach or outside the attention of law enforcement.
The largest gangs in the U.S., such as Mara Salvatrucha, or MS-13, 18th Street, and Latin Kings, all started in California in the 1970s and 80s as a result of Central American migration to the region. The U.S. Department of Justice estimates that there are nearly 800,000 gang members in the U.S., mostly between 14 and 27 years old. According to a study done by the National Youth Gang Center, nearly half of the gang members are Hispanics. They come from Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Mexico. 30% are African American, and the rest are white and Asian. Many of the immigrants are illegally in the United States and have been deported several times. Mr. Clifford says deportation normally is a strong tool in the law enforcement arsenal. But in the case of gangs, it actually can backfire. Deportees in Mexico and Central America have organized and strengthened gang groups in their home countries. Jail doesn't do much good either.
Some of these individuals serve prison time in the United States or in their home countries only to come out a more hardened, a more experienced, a more committed gang member, and are able to organize other gangs as they come out.
Manuel Orozco, an active member of the Washington think tank, the Inter-American Dialogue, says many gang members in the U.S. have become stateless pariahs.
The problem is that many of those deportees were individuals who came to the United States when they were 2 years old. So their home country is not really the country they were born, but it's actually the United States.
Mr. Orozco says many Central American gang members bring from their countries of origin a culture of violence, which is reinforced by their experiences in the U.S. While it hasn't happened yet, the FBI's Robert Clifford says the gangs could easily be infiltrated by terrorists.
Anytime you have an infrastructure that moves people, moves money, moves documents, moves weapons, the potential always exists for a terrorist group to harness or to infiltrate itself into such an organization.
The hardening and incredible expansion of the gangs in the U.S. and Central America led to a recent hearing by the U.S. Congress. A national gang task force has been created, and cooperation with the international community has increased. But among all parties involved, there is a growing sense that if gangs continue their present trend, they could pose a serious threat to regional stability. Melinda Smith, VOA News.